It's already deep into the second period, but the reason why is because this is the final day of January. We wanted to get the Canucks game as well as the Utah game that's happening now. So, Utah fan wanted to live stream both of these games, the Canucks and Dallas. Canucks, obviously, people may know by that now. The Canucks have traded JT Miller for a prospect defenseman, as well as a Filipino and a first-round pick this year, which, if the Rangers are picking 14 or lower, will be this year. It'll be a 2026 first-round selection. If it is protected, it is a higher pick than 13, but the Canucks would be able to have a second pick next year and would be able to possibly get a lottery pick next year if the Rangers finish any higher than 13 or higher. Dallas will move the puck on the power play. They lose the puck, and it goes all the way down to Ottinger. But yeah, it's right now this. They'll move the puck. They continue to move it. Forecheck sends one back out. Robertson. It dribbles out to the line. It's settled over Duchesne. 3:35 to go in the second. 1-1 tie here. Hits. Duchesne sets one. Robertson a shot. Score. 2-1 Dallas. Jason Robertson on the power play, and Dallas strikes first. Just slamming it through the crease and under the legs of Thatcher Demko, and it's not what you want. It just is not what you want. Right now it's scoreless still with Utah. We'll have that game afterwards. As well as 7:10 to go in the first. It's 2-0 Colorado. Since we will have more time with the Dallas game, with the Utah game after the end of the second here, we'll probably go to Colorado St. Louis. Although there is NBA that I actually think I can broadcast today. Denver is playing somebody. I don't know who, but I'll let you know. They're playing Philadelphia. 11:19 to go in the fourth quarter. 105-105. I might go to that, actually. Yeah, I might go to that. Now I got a question. You should know what it is. Thoughts on the Flyers-Flames trade? I think that's a good trade for Philadelphia. I don't know what Calgary's doing. This is a good scoring threat for them. They're still a very young team. He acts as a decent leader. Like, he's not experienced as much, but he's a decent leader. Morgan Frost, I guess they're trying to add size. Myers is going to come in. He has a lot of size. Backhand feed in front, and that one was blocked off the stick. But I don't understand the idea of, I guess to get size, but for Calgary, it's a weird trade. I mean, we'll see how it ends up. But to me, right now, I'd give the win to Philadelphia. I think that they are the beneficiary of it. Here comes Dallas, bringing the puck up, tries towards the net, and that puck came way too late for Dallas. This puck is spat back to the red line. It is 2-1 Dallas, thanks to Jason Robertson, the Detroit native. As they'll send through, I believe that is Matt Dumba on the ice for Dallas. Yes, it is. He sticks to the point, so you can get your jokes in now. And the net's off its moorings with 1:50 to go in the second. Yeah, that's right. I think it was a great trade for Philadelphia. I don't understand why Calgary would do the deal. Very weird for the Flames. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. We'll see if there's any NCAA scores going on right now. I don't think there are. We can update some. There are a couple. There are more than I thought. There's two. It's Siena against Marist and Indiana playing Purdue. 12:21 to go in the second half of that one. But I'm probably not going to do college. Yeah, I'm not going to do college today. We'll just update you in the NBA and the NHL. We'll stick to the NBA games, the NHL games, as we talked about. Here's Puce Suter on the boards. Puce trying to drop it right through Dakota Joshua. As we said, remember, we have the Canucks game now. We'll be mainstaying this game, as well as some of the St. Louis game. But once the Canuck game goes final, our attention is going to spread to Salt Lake City, Utah, with a big Western Conference matchup. Actually, Western Conference versus Eastern Conference matchup. Utah is a couple points away from the final spot in the Western Conference playoff picture, and they are facing the number 8 seed in the East, who beat Vegas last night, Columbus. In fact, we'll talk about the standings in a second. Under a minute to go in the second period, Dallas wheeling with it. They trail in shots, 20-9, but the Canucks trail in the game in the scoreboard. Obviously, Heatle and the prospect blue liner, who will probably not go to Abbotsford, will be coming in the coming days for the Canucks. Harley behind the net. Actually, no, it's funny. You're talking about Calgary. Calgary has a big game. And funny about Calgary, a Utah win can actually help Calgary's opponent tomorrow. Calgary's opponent is the Red Wings. And the Red Wings, with some help from, a Boston loss and so much, with a big regulation win by Utah, can go ahead and really put them. I think they might be able to put themselves in a playoff spot. I think. I'm not sure, but I think they would be able to. Columbus is at 57 wins right now, 57 points right now. As we said, they hold the second wild card spot, right? Yes. Yes, they hold the second wild card spot behind Tampa Bay. So, period's over. If they lose in regulation time, yes, then then the Red Wings would win. Columbus loses in regulation. Columbus would drop to 25-20. Red Wings are at 25-21. So at 26-22, if the Red Wings won, as well as a Boston regulation loss tomorrow, along with the Utah win, and the Red Wings are playing Calgary, Red Wings would go into 8th in the East. But they need a couple things. Bruins, let me just check who the Bruins are playing tomorrow. Vegas. No, that's, I looked too. No, they host the Rangers. They host the Rangers, so that's interesting. So the Rangers, if JT Miller gets there in time, in what will be his first game back with the New York Rangers since November of 2017, would be in Boston. So a Ranger regulation win and a Utah regulation win and a Red Wing win puts the Red Wings in a playoff spot. How interesting that is. JT Miller trade. I think the Canucks rushed a little bit. That was not something I was totally big on. I thought it was a bit of a rush, but they got a good thing for. They got a decent pick from it. We're going to Philadelphia now, not for basketball. I think the Canucks will end up winning the trade. I think the Rangers didn't really get anything. The two defensemen, one's a UFA, both are going to go to Hartford. They didn't get a pick. All they got was Miller, so they must believe he's going to help their power play. We'll see what happens. Deep shot for Philadelphia is off the mark, and it is airballed. 9:08 to go. 109-108 Philadelphia. They're 11th in the East, 19-27, but yet are beating the Nuggets with 9:08 to go in the game. No, the Canucks are not going to move Pettersson, and I think now with that hole opened, and they also get a lot of money back. You might see the Canucks buy at the deadline. And especially, I think they're probably gonna buy another center because they already have a new blue line. Hey, it is Jamal Murray. A mid-range shot is good, and the Nuggets retake the lead. 8:40 to go in the fourth. Yeah, we decided to go to this NBA game, but we'll have Canucks and Stars for most of this, and then go to Utah and Columbus when that goes final. A steal, and now a break the other way. Slam dunked home. Timeout. 76ers. Denver's lead is 3. Oh, you call me. Oh, Earl. Yes. Hold on. I'm going to mute myself. So I'm back. Sorry for being muted. They are at timeout right now. It is, so we'll go back to that. It is end of the period in Dallas. Canucks 1, and in Dallas 2. Okay. Let me look up some stuff. What do I look up here? Okay, all right, sorry about that. We're still on break, waiting here right now. Yeah, we have Canucks. So, by the way, if anyone's wondering about coming in late, wondering what this stream is, you see Canucks / Utah. I have a couple of favorite teams. One of the Canucks, second favorite is the Canucks. Then we have Utah. And the idea is we're going to be broadcasting the Canucks game right now, which is in the second intermission. 2-1 Dallas in this game, and the Canucks and the Stars, and we will go after that game is final, and it will be a complete Utah stream. Utah hosting, who's the other team? Columbus. During commercials, what do you want Utah to be named? I love that account name. I would like them to rename the Mammoth, because there already was a lacrosse team called the Mastodon. By the way, I'd like to know, I would like to let you know, I will answer comments, but I'd like to let you know during commercials, since we don't want to just stand there and just sit there and do nothing, I broadcast other sports or other games going on. So right now, on our intermission break, we're broadcasting the end of the fourth quarter of Philadelphia 76ers and Denver Nuggets NBA game. But I will answer questions as they come in. Great. Denver with the basketball. They lead 112 to 111. Here's Jamal Murray, top of the key. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. So they have another game coming up, Phoenix and Golden State. That's a big game. I don't know how much time I'll have to broadcast. Maybe on some of the intermissions of the Utah game. We'll have to see. Also got to see if that Utah game is at the end of the first there. Also, no, first is almost over, but not yet. Also, monitoring Nashville Buffalo, which I can't watch. I don't have NHL Network. That is a 3-3 tie in Western New York still, with 2 minutes left to play in the hockey game. Murray at the top of the key feeds it over to Aaron Gordon. Gordon fed one 3-pointer on its way. It's good. And the Nuggets are starting to push their lead here. It's back to 4. It is 115-111 Denver. They won an NBA title 2 years ago. And it is out of bounds. Let's see. Who's it on? It's off Philadelphia. So Nugget ball. Oh, Buffalo is just taking the lead with about a minute 59 to go. Buffalo has the lead. It is 4-3. And they're at the end of the one with Utah and Columbus. Colorado has blitzed St. Louis. Still not at the end of the one. End of one there. 4-0 Colorado. If the St. Louis Colorado game is going on after the end of Utah, I will see if I'll broadcast that. I'm not sure. I mean, there won't be much time on it, but we'll have to see. Murray feeds it out, left corner 3, no good. Ball is loose on the court. Let's see what jump ball is. Jump ball looks like it favors Philadelphia. That's what I'm seeing. And a 76ers team that is running into a wall right now. They have not played great basketball at all. I'll just be honest. No games have gone final yet in the NHL. We'll give you some games that have gone final today in the NBA. The Clippers beat Charlotte 112-104 in North Carolina. Detroit beat Dallas. Pistons 117-102. Pistons are having a bit of a renaissance this year. Denver beat... this game is going on right now. This is the game you're watching. Philadelphia with the basketball. And in Toronto with a minute 25 left in the fourth quarter, it's a 17-point lead for the Bulls. And out of bounds again off of, this time, Eric Gordon, the ageless wonder for Philadelphia. And now they're having Jokic in the backcourt for Denver. Will it definitely be named Utah, or could they change to Salt Lake City? It's definitely going to be Utah, although Salt Lake City would be cool. But there is no Salt Lake City team. The NBA team is the Utah Jazz, and a division rival of the Utah Jazz is the Denver Nuggets, and they just scored off a slam dunk, 117-111 Denver, with their shooting guard, actually. Also in the fourth quarter, the defending champs, are up 93-89 in the Big Easy against the Pelicans. Celtics in front. In San Antonio, a 9-point lead for the Spurs over Milwaukee. Another renaissance year for Wembanyama's young Spurs. Defensive rebound for the Nuggets. They bring it up, and they go 2 for 1 here. Here's Murray. Feeds it into the paint. Jokic had that ball stolen away, and here's Eric Gordon for 76ers. And then the other NBA game that actually hasn't begun, that is in San Francisco between the Warriors and the Spurs. A shooting foul coming up. That is against Nikola Jokic. So Tyrese Maxey was driving the lane, and I'm trying to see how many fouls Denver has. I don't see it listed yet. Hopefully they show that. Pick and roll for Philadelphia. Clearly, Denver's not on the limit. 5 minutes left to go in the game. Gordon for 3! And Philly's back in it. Eric Gordon, a deep 3, not too far from the logo. And it is 117-114 Nuggets. Murray pick and roll. It's the blind pig. They work so well. Here's Murray. Feeds it back out. And Porter for three. Good. And Denver's back up by 6. Gordon tries to set a screen to the far side. The hockey fans are going, what are we doing? Gordon for 3 again! Eric Gordon from the logo, and Denver only leads by 3 again. But and that is blocked by Jokic. Murray back to Jokic. Jokic missed his man out of bounds. Sixers ball. Oh my goodness. And Tyrese Maxey launches a 3. It's good. Timeout Nuggets, 3:32 to go. Denver by 1. Wow. Crazy, crazy stuff. That is nuts. And we will go back to that. Let me just put on the Canucks, see if that game is gone to the 3rd. Why do you think Maxey missed the All-Star game? I have no idea. Again, wanted to say those hockey fans were like, why aren't you doing the whatever, the game? We're going to. It just is that we wanted to do other games on commercial. But we're still in a break right now, so for the Canucks game. So let me see if that NBA game is back up. Let's see. It is, and a foul is called, I think, on Jokic again. It was Maxey driving the net again. The basket, however you want to call it. Buffalo has won. This game has gone final. Buffalo just beat Nashville 4-3 with a late goal. And they're at the end of the first in Denver, 4-0 Avs, still scoreless in Salt Lake City. It's still at the end of the 2-1 Dallas, which is the main game we'll have. And Maxey just hit the first free throw and tied the game. Big game tomorrow, guys. Big game tomorrow. Lakers against the Knicks at Madison Square Garden. That is a huge game. I have to see where the two go, and third period's about to start in Vancouver, so we will be done with that. But I actually do want to see the standings in the NBA, kind of where teams are. Knicks are in third place right now. They can't move up with a win tomorrow, but they're definitely helped if New Orleans can come back and beat the Celtics. So we'll monitor that. And they're only a couple games behind Cleveland as well for first in the East. The Lakers on the other side of things, by the way, they are in fifth place, and they, with a win, would go to fourth. They would go to third in the West if Philadelphia beats Denver in that other game we were talking about. But we are ready to go here. Utah Outlaws. No, I'm telling you, the Mammoth. That'd be fantastic. Wasn't that one of the yeses? Yeah, I thought so. But real quickly, we'll just announce the standings as they are right now. The playoff standings in the NHL right now, it is the Atlantic, Florida, then Toronto, then Ottawa, then in the Metro, Washington, Carolina, the Devils. First wildcard spot is owned by the Tampa Bay. The second by Columbus, who we'll see in a little bit. And in the West, this is where it gets interesting. The Central, Winnipeg, the Wild, and then Dallas, who even with a regulation loss still stay in third because they have 65 points as opposed to Colorado 60. And then Edmonton, Vegas, and Los Angeles. Colorado is in the first wild card spot, and Calgary is in the second wild card spot. A Canuck win puts the Canucks in eighth in the West. I'm not sure if a point will. Let me look. It would not. It would not. They need a win. So a Canuck win, and they're in the final spot of the Western Conference. Left hash, Duchesne, it was blocked off his stick, and settled on through. No, Trent. None of that. Pettersson with the puck. It's off the far boards. He's battling with Jamie Benn. Dallas leads 2-1 thanks to can I not remember his name? Jason Robertson. Sorry. Big brain gap there. Canucks will tag up off the red line. A turnover. And here comes Dallas. They try to stay on site. They looked offside there. Save made by Thatcher Demko. And now a break off the boards at the red line. Connor Garland spits in. Connor's going to work in on the former Minnesota Wild defenseman, Matt Dumba. This one slinks wide. And there's Juleson. Here's Connor back out. Connor hit by Dumba. Dumba loses the puck. And there's Dakota with it. Dakota Joshua. Chipped one off the far end. And it's tipped off that left hash, and Dallas spits it out to center ice off the red line again. Back out to Carson Soucy. Soucy clanks it off the dasher, and it goes out behind it. They will call an icing against the Canucks. 17:57 to go on the third. We lead with 9 shots, 20-11, but it is still 2-1 Dallas. And Connor is upset about something. I don't know what that is. We will take the time now to read the NBA standings. We talked about some of the teams. I want to list what they are. In the West, it's Oklahoma City, then Houston, then Memphis, Denver, Los Angeles Lakers, Los Angeles Clippers, Minnesota in the final playoff spot, last year's Western Conference champ, Dallas. We'll go to the East in a second. Puck comes off the far side. Juleson tries to slink it along the line. Here come the Canucks in, right hash. Going to deflect it on through. For the East, it's Cleveland as Dallas spits it back off the blue line. Cleveland, Boston, the Knicks, Milwaukee, Indiana, Detroit, Miami, and in the final playoff spot is Orlando. Chopped out. Canucks will spin in. Oh, what a massive hit along the far boards. Suter hit hard. There's another big physical hit. It's getting chippy here, right at the Dallas bench. And there's Landry. There's a big hit along the line as well. It checks right back out to the blue line in the defensive zone. The Canucks will speed ahead. We are onside. There's a point shot, and this one glanced right off the glass. Here comes Dallas, Colin Blackwell. Blackwell, the hash. There's a drive. It was deflected along. I think we had a block shot that chipped it off and wide from Thatcher Demko. It comes along the blue line. Pius Suter is there. Pius, well, Ratu actually in there. Ratu was a guy making his first full season in the NHL as a Canuck. He was involved in that Bo Horvat deal a couple years back with the New York Islanders. Here's Brock Besser. He picks off a pass. It's off the blue line, and we'll set it in the red line in. Got some speed. The other way, pass across, and that puck just got chipped off of a couple of Dallas sticks, and now they got a break. Rope Hinson on goal. He's pressured, and he scores. Rope Hintz, 3-1 Dallas. Well, the Canucks come with a nice amount of offense, and then everybody's just puck watching. Juleson pinches. He does not get back in time, and Rope Hintz goes to his backhand right between the legs of Thatcher Demko, and it is 3-1 Dallas. That would sound terrible. That would sound terrible. Dallas does have a 3-1 lead now, and Quinn Hughes will grab the puck off that drop, and we now trail 3-1. Puck off the blue line. There's a shot. Blocked again. Off the far corner. Garland jamming away at it. Locking in, trying to find Dakota Joshua. Dakota back out with it, and here's Duchesne again. Duchesne, it's rattled off the far side. And the puck chipped right back to Duchesne. Duchesne, Dodonov, left hash. Dodonov behind the net. He is clamped at the line. It is backed on out for Philip Hronek. 3-1 Dallas leads. This puck is spit back into the Dallas zone for S.L. Lindell. But Linus, who had a great game the other night, Linus Karlsson, and this puck is blocked. It's high end, and there's a chopping shot. Linus Karlsson, former second-round pick of the San Jose Sharks, who was traded about 4 years ago, and now is becoming a regular player for the Canucks. After a subpar start to the season, he has found his groove, but he's not able to do much in front of the net there. Philip Hronek delaying the line. And it's a long and off. By the way, we have some updates in the NBA. Philadelphia is taking a timeout with 3 seconds left. They are down by 2, 136 to 134. Remember, the Lakers overtake third in the West with a win tomorrow if Philadelphia can come and either win it in overtime or win it at the horn. There's a big hit off the boards. Canucks will settle on down. Robertson back out, skates off the line. I'm going to get a penalty in this year. But attention, I still like, wow, crazy. Ask me any other questions if you want. Talk about other sports, whatever it is. Peterson, right wall. Elias gets away from Harley. Elias delays. He's on his knees. He's trying to bang one through. Could not. Harley takes the puck back and skates on in. It is... And that one fed through as it's hopped out the Dallas line. We have a final. Denver has beaten Philadelphia 137-134. Also, Chicago has beaten Toronto. They're still in the fourth quarter in San Antonio and in New Orleans. And we have a stoppage of play here with 12:28 to go in the third. Icing is the call. It's on Dallas. 3-1 Dallas, though, in the game. We'll go to break. All right. Let's see. Where do we go now? What's going on in the NHL scores? They just started the second period in Salt Lake City. Utah has a 1-0 lead, but we're going to go to that later. This game is final. It is 4-0 Colorado. I don't think they're out of the intermission there. So, but that would be the only other game to go to because we want to save time for that Utah game. Actually, maybe we slide over to that Purdue game, that men's basketball game, because there shouldn't be a lot of time left in it. And there isn't a lot of time. It's 72 all. And, yeah, a minute 30 left in the game. And that St. Louis game isn't out of the intermission, and we want to save the Utah game until this is all over. So we'll do that. Anthony Leal for Indiana has fouled out. Chiefs or Eagles, who I want and who I think is the same team, Kansas City. They are just finished the timeouts. They really didn't do anything in this game. Dallas lines the puck off the boards again and slinks it off the red line and back for Steele to carry with it. Tipped back out to center ice. Connor Garland loses the puck. Canucks backhanded off the red line. Flyers have 7 picks the first 64. Do I think Justin Tucker will be in the NFL next year? I have no idea. I mean, look, we don't even know what's going on. We don't even know the full extent of allegations, which don't even mean anything. I think as long as his party, his people, the people of the affected and the NFL come to the correct, legal, just, and impactful, correct decision, then that's all I care about. All right. We're not going to have any comments that talk about. We don't want any comments that kind of bring up controversial things, extended violence, and obviously religion, politics, or sex. We're not doing that here. We're talking about sports and Listen, I get it. It's sports, but it really isn't sports related. Penalty coming up against the penalty is against the Canucks. Dallas on the power play. Harley's shot is swallowed up by Thatcher Demko. What I just said. And Thatcher Demko got kind of bowled into there by Matt Duchene. Brought out. Once again, there's Harley. Here's Hintz. Hintz delays the line. Robertson crossed off. Robertson a shot, and this one again goes off the boards. It tips out of play. 1:23 to go in the power play. 10:50 left in the third. Still on that power play. Let's go back to the score updates. It's still 4-0 Colorado. Still 1-0 Utah. Still a good, sizable amount of time in San Antonio. 124-105 Spurs, and 3:41 left in the fourth. New Orleans only down by 4 in that game. Interesting. Duchene right hash, and it's 75-74 Purdue in that game with 1:05 left in it. And they just went to break out there in Indiana. Left hash, Johnston. 50 seconds left in the power play. There is another men's basketball, college basketball game, and one women's, but that's in the fourth, and the other one is at the first half, and it's to 2 low-tier teams anyway. Puck in the middle of the ice. We clear it all the way down the ice. 35 seconds left in the man advantage. 10 minutes to go in the game. Dallas 3, Canucks 1. Remember to stay here. We'll go right to the Utah game after this is over. Canucks chip it off the blue line. We're offside with 23 seconds left in the penalty. And it will be a neutral zone draw coming up. So that, again, as you said, not at all what you want. 1:13, actually, the direct time in that game between Indiana and Purdue. Key draw, and they should be tipping off very soon for Golden State Phoenix, by the way. That's a ESPN game, so they might take some time for that. But back to Dallas. The non-off lost it, and it is set all the way back in for Dallas to lug the puck. And we have killed off the penalty. Jamie Benn shoots it back into the zone. There's Carson Soucy taking a hit. Dallas 3, Canucks 1. Good poke checking around the far side, and I think they're calling a penalty on Dallas. No, his head's down. Fisher might have been tripped by us. There might be another kill. High sticking is the call. But it is a penalty on Dallas. Canuck power play, and Hughes makes his way into the locker room. Oh my, the drama. Canucks going to the power play. 9:40 to go in the game. All right. Let's go to the Purdue game. Perfect. Indiana with the ball. 35 seconds left in the game. They trail by 1. Driving. Jab steps. Rolls in. And the Hoosiers lead. But Purdue has 2 timeouts, and so does Indiana. So they could set up for a play here. Timeout, Boilermakers. They went to the national championship last year to the 10th team in the country. And they will take a timeout down by 1 with 25 seconds left in the game. My goodness. This game has had pace to it too, hasn't it? Boy, oh boy, you aren't kidding. Has it ever? All right. That's fine. I will see. I shall see. Oh, actually, it's not a bad idea. The green stream? What do you think about this? Even better. What do you think about this? Is the green screen? We have the Caps arena. Make it really hockey. Anyway, they are back in BC. They are singing in Texas. I don't know what they're singing about, but they better be singing the blues because we're on a power play. Here's Quinn. He came right off from the locker room and back to the ice, and his shot is blocked, and Dallas sends it all the way down. 8:50 to go in the third. Canucks 1. Dallas has a 2-goal lead. 3-1 Dallas. Quinn drops it off to Connor Garland. Skates in the line away from Lindell, who's a great poke checker, towards the net, and he frees it to the left hash. Caps got it at the point. Frees up left hash. Quinn wants it. Dropped out to Brock. Brock delays. Elias takes a hit. Back to Brock. Brock left circle. Brock a drive. And that was kicked aside. And Dallas gets the puck. They'll move. It's Bach. Bach has a man. He'll just spit it into the zone. And Dallas will bring in a couple more players, new players on. Here's Quinn bringing it up with a minute to go in the power play. Stretch pass up the middle. Brock feeds Garland. Connor at the right hash. Connor off the boards. Settles one through. Dallas trying to clear the zone. Cannot. Elias chases for it. Zutter will help, and they will clear the zone. Back out to center. Now they'll spit in Hintz. Hintz back. Harley Hintz tried for his second of the night and missed the net. Off the backhand. Here's Elias off the red line. Waits. Brock has to shoot in because we're not onside. Now we'll shoot in. Towards the net. Save made. Rebound loose in front. Save Ottinger. And Dallas will take it. Try to send it the length of the ice. They do. 25 seconds left in the man advantage. 3-1 Dallas. Back on Niels. Niels, 5 seconds left. Drop pass out behind, and that one missed. There is Dumba. Can't clear the zone, but Dallas has killed off the penalty, which did not have a lot of shots on it, although it had activity. Veronica shot. Oh, that was blocked aside. Nearly a chance. Dallas does clear the zone. Yeah, you like this? It's the Caps. I'll bring it back to the normal thing. It was the Caps rink. Fed one Duchesne off the red line. Dallas spits in. Puck crossed the side, and the Canucks will bank at 6:30 to go in the third. We'll go to Salt Lake City after this game is done. That'll be the big game we'll be focusing on. Oh, keep it? Okay. Let me find it. See, now I gotta... Oh, here we go. Puck fed along. Dallas brings this up the red line, and he's got a man breaking. Throwing off shots. Hey, it was wide. Missed the net completely. Looked like it might have been tipped. And the Canucks will change. Puck possession in front of our bench. 5:50 to go in the third. Dallas 3, Canucks 1. Canucks win. They are in a playoff spot. Not clinched, but in one. A wide shot from the boards is swallowed up by Ottinger. 5:46 to go. Dallas 3, Canucks 1. Need a surge. All right. We are back to Purdue to finish off this game at commercial break. Here is what we got. Indiana has taken their final timeout. Purdue has one if they want to set their defense. Hoosiers have 3 seconds left. They trail by 3. 79-76 Boilermakers, who are 10th in the country. If Indiana hits it, likely overtime. If not, Purdue will win. Real quick NBA score updates. 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. New Orleans only trails by 2. 116-114 Boston. 4:34 in the fourth. 129-111 San Antonio. Running away with it against the Bucks. NHL score updates. We'll get to that in a second. Here we go. This is for overtime. It's a baseball pass caught by Purdue. And they foul the Boilermakers with 2 seconds left. So the baseball pass would have been very close to get it to the corner, but they just couldn't come up with the ball. Purdue will get it. Now they put 8/10 of the second left. So if this stands as Purdue ball, this game's over because even if you missed both shots, it's just a half-court heave. Now they're going to look over this. This is the last Power 5 men's basketball game of the day. By the way, they're back in Dallas. 3-1 Dallas, as we mentioned. It is Purdue ball, and it is free throws in that game. We'll let you know how that goes. By the way, the NHL scores, 9:54 to go in the second. 1-0 Utah. Still 12:19 left in the second. 4-0 Colorado. An avalanche for the Avalanche. Puck is spat back out at the red line and out to center in Dallas. Canucks will bring it up. Quinn Hughes fed one aside. Chronic off the far corner. It is slopped right into the Dallas zone. Good forechecking by the Canucks. We need 2. Dakota Joshua tries to pin the puck away. Slip one at the far wall. A backhand feed at the right hash. Here's Chronic. Not much room, but slinks it over to the left hash. It's Myers. Tyler sends it out to Phillip. Tyler buries it. Wraparound chance. That wouldn't go. Connor Garland backhander blocked. Fed one in front. Garland's shot is blocked again, and it comes to the far wall. And here's Dodonov. He'll send it out to center ice. But it comes right out to the red line, and Dallas is changing. Here's Garland trying to catch him in a change. Connor is hit. No penalty. Well, it was a good hit by Dallas. There's a shot that is deflected into the screen. 4:46 to go in the third. Still 3-1 Dallas, but the puck stays in the offensive zone. By the way, it is over. 81-76 Boilermakers survive. They will beat Indiana in the battle of the Hoosier Skate. Detroit trades Raymond to the Flyers. Why would Detroit trade Raymond to the Flyers? They are hot with help from Utah, who is winning, and Boston and the Rangers tomorrow. Detroit would be in a playoff spot with a win against Calgary. Why would they trade Lucas Raymond? Why would that make any sense? If that's the case, Philadelphia can start to think playoffs. But I don't think that is what anybody would do. Carson Soucy a drive, and that shot is blocked to the boards. Boston has won. They have beaten New Orleans 118-116, which is going to give them further separation from the Knicks to stay second in the East and put them that way closer to the number 1 seed, which is held by Cleveland. So that's intriguing. Also 3:46 left in the fourth. Still a 20-point lead for the Spurs. Canucks with the puck at the far wall. 3:50 to go in the third. We'll watch to see if Thatcher leaves. When he leaves, another goal would be big. Phillip delays the line. There's a Dallas player with a broken stick. He can't get out of the zone, and he doesn't have the stick at all. So there's a player without a stick, and the puck is forced off the boards. The Canucks keep it in, but Dallas can get the man out the stick, and now we have pressure. We have pushing and shoving, and I think offsides is the call. By the way, 6:08 in the first quarter, Golden State has a 1-point lead, 14-13 over Phoenix. They are calling it on Smith. I think is that the former Red Wing and Ranger? I think so. So Canucks are going to the power play with 3:35 to go in the game. And they are now discussing if you want to pull Thatcher and put 6 on 4. And they are going to do that. It's kind of early, 3:35, but still, you want to make sure you're making the right decision. It's always an important deal. Quinn is going to hang out at the boards. 3:35 left in this third period. Puck back out, and it is forced all the way down. Rope Hintz, score. Into the empty net, a shorthanded goal with 8 seconds gone in the Canuck power play. And they tried to take a chance on the 6 on 4. We did not win the draw. Dallas just spits it into the empty net. It's not over. There's still a lot of time left, but now Dallas's lead is 3-4-1 Dallas. .327 to go in the game, and they only have 15 shots, but 4 goals. And a brace for Hintz. 1:40 left in power play time. Philip Hronek shoots it into the zone. Dallas backhands it off the red line and clear. Here's Quinn Hughes. He's watched by the Swede Bach. We are onside. I thought maybe it weren't. Puce. Good for it. There's Niels Hoglander as well. Philip chasing the puck. And Dallas trying to clear the zone. They cannot. 2:50 to go in the third, and now they clear the zone. 1:10 to go in the man advantage. And 2:40 to go in the hockey game. And it's a big one, and it is held by Ottinger with 57 seconds left in the man advantage. 2:32 to go in the game. NHL score updates, let's check. 1-0 Utah. Still. And 4-0 Colorado. .258 left in the fourth quarter. Now it is a 22-point lead for the Spurs, who will win. And 5:26 left in the first quarter, 16-13 Golden State. For kicks and giggles, we'll check out the women's basketball scores. They should be all done now. Ottinger makes the save. He kicked it aside. There was one game that was going on earlier. It is over. And Ottinger makes the save, and then he does it. They score! Jake DeBrusk, and the Canucks are within 2. This game is not done yet. 4-2 Dallas. Jake DeBrusk just banged at the puck. Ottinger thought he had it. About... I think 2 minutes. Not a lot of time. 2:09. 2:09 left. And the Canucks are within 2. By the way, Foxroy JT wanted to let you know what we're doing is a joint stream of different games. So I also like Utah as the extra man comes for the Canucks. After this game is over, we're going to do full Utah and Columbus, although our commercial breaks will do other games. Garland left hash. Extra man on the ice, 1:50 to go in the third. And that did not help the Canucks last time, and the puck spits out back to the red line. 1:40 left, we need 2. Phillip chops it along the line. It sends in, there's Esa Lindell. He'll backhand it off the boards. But 500 on Dallas? Okay. Did you bet on anybody else? Because I can try to go to those games if you want, if I have them. Let me know. 1:36 left in the third. It is 4-2 Dallas right now. They lead with 1:36 left. The Canucks trail by 2. Also, do they have to win or cover? Like, if they win in overtime, do you win money or do you need them to cover by like 2 goals or something? Puck off the corner, Filipronic, 1:20 to go in the third. And the extra man comes back out again because Thatcher's going to the bench. Shot run right off the boards. A turnover by Dallas. And there's Pius Suter, under a minute to go. Well, actually 1:05 to go. So I misread the clock. Shot comes right off the corner. They have to win by 3? Well, they're only winning by 2. Wait, do they have to win by 3 or score 3? Because right now they're only winning by 2, but there's an empty net, and Dallas shoots for the empty net and they score. Now they are winning by 3. It's 5-2. Jason Robertson. He has his second of the night. So Robertson has 2. And Hintz has 2. And with 52 seconds left, it is 5-2 Dallas. And the Canucks likely... So Dallas had to score 3 goals and win. Okay, well, they have scored 3 goals. They are leading by 3, and they are winning. Much to your joy, but much to the malign of myself and other Canuck fans who now watch Bach enter the zone. Dallas brings it back up. There's a point shot. It goes wide off the far boards. Dallas tries to ring it in the zone. They string it to the far end again. 25 seconds left in the third. There's Bach. Bach is hit, and he frees up a couple of skaters to come off the left hash. Drop pass, and it misses everybody. It spits back out to the blue line, and now here come the Canucks. Carson Soucy in what is pretty much now garbage time. Here's Phil. Phil DiGiuseppe with the puck. Shot towards the net. This one blocked. Phil gets it back. Backhand, forehand, right back to Carson. Score! It's not going to mean anything, but Carson Soucy rips a howitzer with 3 seconds to go in the game, and it's 5-3 Dallas. Phil DiGiuseppe showed his wheels. He had a shot that was blocked, unbelievable evasiveness, and then a monster drive by Carson Soucy, who loves playing in this building. And it is 5-3 Dallas, although the goal for Carson Soucy, but it's over, and Dallas has won. Dallas beats the Canucks 5-3, and we will switch our attention a little bit east to Salt Lake City, Utah. Utah Hockey Club against Columbus. Utah leads 1-0. And that is the Columbus call. I don't want that. We invite you to stay if you'd like, but I know that you did only bet on this game. But a big face-off coming here for Utah. Danforth is going to take it for Columbus. We will have it at the right hash in our own zone. Columbus wins the draw. There's a point shot stopped. Femielka. Beautiful save with 4:56 to go in the second. 22 shots for the good guys, 13 for Columbus. Back one fed along. And it is now out of play. 4:47 to go in the second. I'll let you know what's going on in Denver as well, as we know that Dallas has just won 5-3. And interestingly enough, the first empty netter is actually going to be the game-winning goal for Dallas. Puck is swept off the red line, and it'll go all the way down to the Columbus zone. Too far, though. Icing against Utah, against the club. 4:37 left in the second. No, we didn't score yet. Hopefully, though. 1-0. The lone goal was scored by Nick Schmaltz, the very strong defenseman. We got actually word on that Boston game. So how it ended, the Celtics were speaking of, was a fadeaway from inside the free throw line by Jason Tatum to knock off the Pelicans, which will upset Knicks fans like myself. Here is Utah trying to get the puck. Hockey Club trying to get the puck back out. Swung one. There's Sean Dursey. Sean tried to settle this one along. It goes again off the far boards and hustled on through. Still 4-0 Colorado in Denver. That hasn't changed since the first period. Dropped on back, and here we come. A shot that just missed. Looking at Michelli, McBain as well. Cuts one back off, backhanding it to the corner with 3:42 to go in the second. Ian Cole, dripped off the right hash. Out to the point, Michelli a shot, and this one deflected just off the boards. And glanced in. There's Doan. Doan from behind the line, and that one goes over the goal. Columbus struggling to get the puck out. This is good. Club keeps bringing it in. And Damon Severson chips it off the red line and back in, the former New Jersey Devil. Vimielka's going to hold it. And back out for Ian Cole. Ian feeds it back out, blue line. Chipped over to the red line, and Mikhail Sergachev glances off the boards. This one chops off the dasher, by the way. San Antonio's beaten Milwaukee 144-118. So that game has gone fine. Only one NBA game which we will monitor. 22-18 Phoenix in San Francisco, as this puck spotted, off the boards. Columbus checking it on through. Schmaltz looking. It's fed away for Tilly with it. Schmaltz back again. He's got the lone goal today. On his knees, they didn't go a penalty. Drop pass out to the point. There's a one-timer. Nick missed it. Nick looking for Clayton. Clayton right hash. Back on to Nick, one-timer, and he hits the glass. It comes back out to center. A far-flung pass over to Mikhail, trying to catch Columbus in a change. They look dilapidated. There's Nick again. Drop pass, missed it. Columbus breaks off the red line. 1:50 to go in the second. Ventilli, it was blocked away. Schmaltz. Backboarded off the corner, and we will bring it up again. Backhanded in onside. Shot goes off the glass. There's Nick Schmaltz. Schmaltz fed one off a Columbus skate, and Columbus tries to flip it to center. They do get it to the red line, but nobody is there to do anything with it. 4 Blue Jackets change. They come off the bench. We'll shoot it back in. And they try to sweep it to the far side, back off the red line. Again, as we said, Utah can help the Red Wings. If Utah wins, the Rangers beat Boston in regulation, and the Red Wings beat Calgary, then the Red Wings will overtake Columbus for the final spot in the Eastern Conference, which Columbus holds. Passed out to the left hash. No matter what we do, we are not going to get the final spot, as it is held by Calgary with 57 points. And a win would put the Hockey Club still 5 points behind Calgary for the final spot in the Western Conference postseason. 45 seconds left in the opening frame. In the second frame, sorry. Here comes Lawson Krause. Lawson trying to stay on side. It's kicked aside. And now here comes Columbus. They attempt for the tying goal. There's a shot far angled off the glass. Banked one on down. Lawson Krause chasing. It goes into the Columbus zone. And freed for them to move it. One goal, which was early in the second by Nick Schmaltz. And the lead, which we have not given up. Mikhail brought off the boards, but remember Columbus won last night in Vegas in overtime, 2-1. Drop pass, there's a high shot, hits the crossbar, and the period's over. Oh, the hockey club came that close, and guess what? Nick Schmaltz went to the goal with a chance to tip it in and make it 2-0, but instead the period is over, and it is still only 1-0 Nick Schmaltz for the club. After the end of 2, the hockey club, the club won. Columbus nothing. Okay. What do we go to? Let's do the rest of that St. Louis game. And they are about to end the second there. There is a penalty coming up, and it is on the Blues for a hold, sorry. Buchnevich will go for a hold with 48 seconds left. Whoop, high sticking actually is the call. Whoop. Yeah, I'm probably going to end the St. Louis stream with the St. Louis game because it's so close to this game as well. But it will be Colorado going to their deadly power play. I was at a family event. How are you doing, Commanders fans? So we're staying for the rest of the Utah game, which ended the second period. And they will go to the intermission and go to the third. And so we're doing other games at commercial. Right now we've got the end of the Colorado-St. Louis second period. Power play for the Avalanche. Shot, side, far angle. It clips off at the boards. Chipped it out to the point. One-timer shot just glanced off the boards as well. And St. Louis is going to send this all the way down in the Colorado zone. Matt Carr chased with it. Matt Carr lost the puck. Still looking for it. And now Colorado comes away with 15 seconds left in the period. But they'll have more than a minute left in the man advantage unless the Avs score here or commit a penalty right here. They don't, but a 2-on-1 for St. Louis. 3 seconds, 2, 1, backhand. That is blocked aside, and the second period is over. The Blues nearly scored shorthanded, but the period's over, and Colorado leads 4-0. They have about a minute 24 left in the man advantage, but that close. He tried to find Buchnevich, and it was nearly a shorthanded tap-in for Pavel Buchnevich, but Colorado will hold their 4-0 lead going to the locker room. All right. Yeah, this is mainly a hockey channel. It's a hockey and a football channel, so we do a lot of that. But you'll be in luck if you watch other sports, because the game we're going to go to now for the rest of intermission is that NBA game. So if you watch NBA, we're going to Warriors-Suns right now, and the only NBA game coming right now, and we have a foul. This is also a simulcast for the Suns. I like the Suns, so it is a foul on Golden State, and the Suns are going to have free throws coming up here. This is the third first quarter of this year where Curry has not scored a point. And he's still looking for his first points of the game. And the 2 games where Curry was scoreless in the first, Golden State lost both games. First free throw. Second is no good. And Golden State gets the rebound. Here's aforementioned Curry. Picked up by Booker. Devin guards Curry. Devin tries to get away from the screen. Curry behind the back pass for three. Oh, my God. What a pass by Steph Curry. And a deep three for their big. And it is a 2-point lead now only for the Suns. That is almost intercepted by Golden State, but it goes out of bounds off of Golden State. Post was the guy who hit it, and it'll be Suns ball. Good guys will bring it in. So from the baseline, top of the key, fake the pick and roll. Here's the former Arizona Wildcat, and he'll send it back out for Devin. Devin crosses. Tough fadeaway. Rolls out. And Golden State's going to get it. It's Peyton. He sends it back out to the big again. Curry trying to get open. Williams is back there. Curry standing at the corner, wanting the ball. Doesn't get it. Going out into the low post. There's another big who scored the three before. Taps it. Loses the rebound. It's out of bounds. And it's off of Golden State. Suns ball. Peyton could not hold it. And so it will be Suns ball. At the top of the key. Curry almost stole it, but Devin gets it back. Devin's still on the court. He is chased by Curry. Devin's going to drive. Euro step finger roll. Good. Devin Booker, beautiful. But here comes Golden State off the stretch again. Here's Curry fighting Williams. No good, but he's fouled. So 2 free throws coming. Allen will be assessed on the foul. But this is the problem when you play Golden State. Devin Booker makes this great play. He goes in, slides, a beautiful play, but then Golden State just goes right to attacking the basket before he can even get back. First free throw, good. The Suns we are right outside of a playoff spot, 9th in the West, and would make the play-in tournament. Golden State is 11th. If the playoffs started today, they wouldn't even make the play-in. They lost in the play-in last year. They finished as a 7th seed the year before, and they won a championship the year before that. The layup is good for the Suns. It's 36-31. Williams from the elbow. Roller, good. Floater, and they are within 3. 9:55 to go in the second. 36-33. Golden State, here's Devin. Top of the key, gets the screen. Devin waits, pumps. Fade away, off the glass, and good! Devin Booker, what a game he's played. Here's Golden State driving the lane. No foul. All right, I might have called it late. I think they just called a late foul. I have to plug in something, so give me a second on that. We will go back to the Utah game, yes, guys, for sure, when that game is ready. The third period is ready to start there. And if the St. Louis, Colorado game has any time left on it, when this game goes final, we will finish off that game as well. Although, it's 4-0, so I don't know how much there will be to finish. It is stolen away. Here is Devin Booker. He's got a man wide open for 3. Good! Timeout, Golden State. And it is a 9-point lead. Bradley Beal, the longtime veteran, longtime former Wizard, sinks it. Suns by 8. They go to break. All right. Nothing really to do here. Obviously, they're an intermission in Salt Lake City. They're an intermission in Denver. And this game's on commercial. All the NCAA women's games, as we said, are over. There is one NCAA men's game, I think, still going on. Also, that game I was trying to mention when the Canucks scored was Arizona-Utah. Utes beat the Wildcats. Let's see. That other game should be in the second half. Could go to that. It's not if I even have it. I don't even know if I have it. It's what is it? It's Maris Siena, and it's late in the half. We'll go to that. There shouldn't be much time left on it. We'll go to it if I have it, which I don't know if I do. We do have it, but they are looking at a player for Siena who is down. And he got hit hard on the court. He's finally making his way to the way on his feet. 2:45 left in the game. Yeah, they're going to take a long time to get him going. We'll go back to. We'll just monitor that game. We'll go back to Golden State and Phoenix. There's, again, as we said, that injury was a brutal injury. But still in the intermissions in hockey games. We could check to see if that. Let's see if they're back. The Siena game, not the Golden State game. They are. 2:30 left in the second. Marist going to bring it up. They lead by 10. The Red Foxes and the MAAC. High pass. Pasquarelli swings it. Shot clock low. Three-pointer no good. Rebounded by Siena. And this is another rebound where the Siena player went way down to the court and hit his back on the hardwood. That was Freeman. And a foul on the Foxes, which is not great for Marist. You don't want to give up points, but you really don't want to give up free throw points because Siena's only down by 10. This would be a big win for Siena also. By the way, in the MAC, they are 9-11, 4-5 in the MAC. Marist 15-3. They've only lost one game in conference. This would be big. And remember, this is one of the smaller conferences, so you want to have as good as possible to have home court in your conference because you want to get a really good record in your conference so you can have home court advantage because you don't play in a neutral site. So you could have the final in your home court because the winner of the tournament is going to win, is going to get an automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. And if you don't win this conference, because it's smaller, you likely aren't making it to the NCAAs. Almost 1,000% you're not. And both free throws are made. And so Siena's coming back a little bit here. And they would love to get a win here over the Red Foxes. 69-61 Marist. 2 minutes to go in the basketball game. You should run to the Warriors game, but there's just less time here, so we stay here. Fox is moving the ball. Stretch pass out to the corner. They're moving the basketball right now. Siena's in the bonus. And Collins, and the Foxes are not in the bonus yet. If you're going, what is going on, guys? Hockey is still waiting, so we're right now doing Siena Marist, which is the final college basketball game of any gender to be being played today. Final one in January. Pick and roll from the right corner. Looking for one. It's a high pass, and it's stolen by Siena. Here they come, driving the basket. Pulling the layup. It is no good, but he gets fouled. 2 shots from the charity stripe. They trail by 8. They can get that with deficit to within 6. Levis will be assessed on the foul for Marist. Look at this drive by Coyle, getting it to the basket. And that close to roll it in. First shot for Brendan Coyle, and the Foxes fans letting you hear it. He hits the first. 69-62 Marist. They are within 6. Marist has 2 timeouts. Siena only has 1. 1:37 to go in the game. The shot is off the rim, and it is no good. And now it's a 7-point deficit only. And for some reason, Siena's fouling with 1:35 to go. And the Foxes are in the bonus, which I think only means a 1-1. Yes. Siena's committed 7 fouls. Marist has committed 9. I believe if the Foxes commit another foul, it's bonus plus, I think. But this is a 1-1, so a miss would behoove Siena. It is a miss, and it's a Siena rebound. So they can really start something here. Stretch pass, they go into the paint. Looking for a 3-point shot, a deep 3 off the rim, no good, rebounded by Marist, and he's fouled. And that was a deep 3 that was not the kind that Big usually likes to take. But this is, again, only a 1-1. It's not a shooting foul. Saints trying to see if they can have it happen again. It does! Another miss and another Siena rebound. Off the left side of the key. Top of the key. Fakes the drive. Spins at the free throw line. Turns. Twist. Finger rolling. Good. Timeout Foxes. The deficit is 5 with 1:07 to go. So how about that? Siena fouls twice because Marist is only in the bonus. The Foxes missed both of their one-on-ones, and this time they get the finger roll to go. 13 of 18 games for Marist have been decided by 7 points or less, but the Red Foxes are 11-2 in those games. And they are 3-0 in overtime. But Siena now down by 5, as we mentioned. We will let you know when the hockey games are back on. And they are getting ready to start. And we are, we're going to start. We'll wait, actually, until it's official to drop the puck. We'll be ready to go soon. As we said, it is 69-64. Marist in front, but getting ready for the hockey game. Siena doesn't lose by a lot either. All right, we're underway in Salt Lake City. Third period. Here we go. It is sent back in. Columbus to move the puck. 1-0 in favor of Utah.
We are so happy that the both of you made the trip out here. Thanks so much for being here. And we wish you the best of luck, okay, bud? Thank you. Guys, we'll send it back to you.
All right, Sarah, what an impressive young man. Parker, Make-A-Wish Canada, Western Canada.
And they will stop play with an ice. 19 seconds into the third. Nick Schmaltz leading the way with the 1 goal. And Alex Kerfoot wanted to take the draw, and the ref will knock Alex out of the face-off circle. Nick will take it against Fantilli. Face-off tied up. We'll have it. Here's Clayton. Clayton far angle. Just shot it off the glass and out of play. Just a quick update since they stopped play. We have some drama in that game that we were broadcasting with Marist and Sienna. Marist lost the ball and Sienna put a layup and score! Clayton Keller! It's 2-0! Kerfoot is going to get the goal on a deflection. They'll give it to Alex, who went to the net. He tips it in. What a great play. Win the draw. Clayton goes to the net. Nick Schmaltz also went down. And then this comes from a great play by John Marino, who hammers it home. But Kerfoot cleans up the rest of the trash. And it is 2-0 Hockey Club. The club leads 2-0 as we sweep it into the Columbus zone. Lawson from the red line. Club shoots it back in. It's sent on along. And off the glass. So a goal Nick Schmaltz earlier, now a goal early in the third for Alex Kerfoot. Alex waited a long time for that. 1st and 14 for Alex. It's back out in front. It's poke checked aside by Columbus. By the way, they've dropped the puck in the third period. St. Louis is still killing that penalty. 4-0 Avalanche. That has stayed the way it is. Puck comes right off the blue line, and Columbus went after it. What I was saying before the Kerfoot goal was that Sienna came back and scored on a layup after the ball was knocked off Marist, although they are looking at something on possession. No, hey, you know what happened? They scored before that, and now they are looking to see if the call on the court, which is Saints ball, is the same call. So that's what they're looking at. And we will lay down with the NBA score in a second, in some time as well, as we'll have that on commercial when we can. Utah Hockey Club keeps it right back in, but here comes Columbus. They're going to send right off the red line and move into the offensive zone. Chips one lost the puck, and it's backhanded off the boards. And we'll slink it off the red line and back into the zone. 27-15 shots favor the club. Turnover by Columbus. But Columbus sends it off the red line and try to skate in. Settled back along again. And Alex got strewn to the boards, and there is a stoppage of play as it is held by the goaltender. But they show the Alex Kerfoot goal again. And you can see Tarasov just missed it. That's the goaltender of Columbus. Tried to split that right pad out and never got a chance to do so. By the way, a turn of events in Marist. Red Foxes are moving the ball well, and now they also got free throws coming too. So with 28 seconds left, that game might be over. Might, though. That's the key word. Puck fought off the blue line. We'll shoot in, but we're offsides. 16:48 to go in the game. 2-0. Puck brought aside. Dropped in the back. Comes along and sent out to Vimyelka. Vimyelka holds and skis it off that far side. Delaying along, and Utah dealing with the rolling puck. As it's another turnover for Antilia. Shot! It's stopped by Vimyelka. Oh my, what a save. With a glove, he flashed it. By the way, it is over. The final college basketball game is done. Boy, that was a lot more exciting than I thought it was going to be. But Marist does hold on and beat Siena 72-69. So they now go 12-2 in their conference and stay as the number one team in their conference. So that is over. And now I'll just be looking at that Suns-Warriors game. Here's a wraparound chance. That one missed. Lawson at the far boards. Lawson on the backhand. He is pressured by a couple of Columbus players. Skimmed back. Also the St. Louis game. We monitor that a little bit. Hey, by the way, it is 56-47 Suns with 4 minutes and change to go in the first half. Puck off the blue line, and we'll settle it in at the red. Closing in on 5 minutes played in this third period. 2-0 Club. Turnaround shot. Save made by Tarasov. And Columbus is really not gotten a lot of shots on goal here in this game, and specifically in this period. We'll speed in at the red line, and that's a screenshot, which is snared by Tarasov with 15:21 to go. But that was Simsalong. Now let's see the other game going on. It is still 4-0 Avalanche in that one. About the same amount of time there in Denver as there is here in Salt Lake City. This puck is out of play with 15:06 to go in the third. Oh boy. One of the Columbus players, that's the veteran, the New Jersey native, tough as nails, Jersey strong, Jersey tough, James Van Riemsdyk, who's got blood pouring out of his jaw, and he's still playing for Columbus. What a strong-willed hockey player. Skims off, turnover by the Club. Columbus will try to shoot the puck in. And went it up the zone, and Lawrence puck off at that far side. Hit along the wall, across the red line, and out again.
I'm Lone Coolin, and I'm playing Kelly. Utah's our new team. America First is our new credit union, the official credit union of Utah Hockey Club.
For a chance now. See, a Club will try to do. What a mask by Bamilka. You can see they got like some sort of a raptor or a tyrannosaur on his mask. Love it. Fantilli has taken the large majority of the draws for Columbus, and he initially lost it, but got it right back out to the point. The shot towards the net is blocked, and we'll send it off the red line. Bouncing puck, but it rolls right out to Nick Schmaltz. Nick looking for a second. Drops, delays, shoots wide. He just missed it, and a great deflection by Damon Severson. This puck comes again off the far wall. We'll bank it off the corner, and it will slip off the red line, drop down, and Schmaltz delays looking for Keller. Columbus wades off the blue line, slips right out to the red line, and they'll have more room. There's Werenski, saved by Vielka. Another shot blocked. Rebound, score. Columbus is within one. Voronkov will get the goal from Marchenko, and Vimielka's shutout is over. It is 2-1, and I think it went off of Kielstig's stick Kesselberg stick, sorry. No, it didn't go off of him. As we said, this is Marchenko's goal, but Kesselberg accidentally gave it back to Marchenko to rip it in, and now it is a one-goal game. And Alex has the go-ahead goal. Now 2-1 Hockey Club instead of 2-0. Puck off the far side. Now they are within a goal. And they showed what they could do last night against Vegas. Columbus has not made the postseason since 2020, when they beat Toronto and lost in 5 in a series that felt like a 7-game series against Tampa Bay. And that was only a year removed of their season sweep, their playoff sweep of Tampa Bay, aforementioned Tampa Bay. Turnover again by Columbus. We'll bring in. There's a shot cranked wide. We got the puck turning right now. 12:35 and change. 2-1 Club. Clayton delays the drive, spins. He gets checked off the puck. There's Nick Schmaltz behind the net. Schmaltz tries to rip one through. Keller, this was blocked, and it is sent all the way down. Is it going to be enough for icing? No, it's not. Shine will have it and settle it off that far end. And by the way, we have reached halftime in San Francisco. Suns by 9, 62-51. Okay, so what you missed was a crazy finish from a college basketball game. Marist beating Siena. 2 goals in the third. 2-1 Utah. Go-ahead goal scored by Alex Kerfoot with 11:50 to go in the third. And right now, as we just said, it is halftime. It is the Suns up 62-51. Dealing with people. All right. If it's anybody I know, you can go ahead and message me on Instagram. But if not, that's fine. I'm not really going to worry about it. Fed one back out to the point. There's a shot blocked again. And Alex tries to get it off the blue line and swept it up to center. And now here's a break for Clayton. Clayton delays the line. Clayton passed towards the net. This one missed. 11:10 to go in the third. Club 2. Columbus 1. Freed up the red line again. Columbus spits in. Trying to tie it for the first time since it was scoreless. It comes up the red line and shot in. Back out. That goal for Marchenko, it will be his 21st of the year. Also, they'll give an assist to, as Frank tried to slam it at the side of the net, they will give an assist to Zach Werenski, who's been all-world. Oh, okay. I'm just going to delete that comment just so he doesn't come and see his name and think there's a whole thing and get mad at either of us. You didn't say anything wrong, just that, you know, people that have similar names can come to conclusions that may or may not be similar. Puck goes wide. Ian Cole tries to take it. 9:50 to go in the third.
Schmaltz, right to the line, taken away by Marchenko. 21st goal of the season for Kirill just moments ago. Kessler comes right back, brings it in, but taken away, and Fantilli now has set it up.
Fed one aside, and that one again clears itself off the line. By the way, it is still 4-0 Colorado. For anyone wondering, as we said, there's not a lot of time in that one. Anyway, we'll talk about that in a second. A break comes across, backhander save made. There's Lawson behind the net. Lawson frees one out the hash. And there's a drive the other way, blocked aside. The St. Louis, Colorado game. This has about the same amount of time, but a little more. So what we're going to do is after this game goes final, if there's any time in that game, we will finish it. There's not really much to talk about. Oh, what a save. Columbus's goaltender's getting it done. It is sticked aside, and Lawson tries to jump into the fray. Now here comes Johnson, backhand feed in front, is blocked aside, blocked away. Off the left hash, Werenski, there's a drive. It's kicked aside by Vomielka. 8:40 to go in the third. It's been a long time since they've come on this ice, and there's been a stoppage in play. 8:30 to go in the third. Hayton tries to chip it. I think that's why there's such a difference in time between this one and the game in Colorado, because there has been not a lot of stoppages. Save made, rebound, score. Columbus has tied it. From 2-0 down, another leaky goal that should not have gone in, but it goes through Vomielka. And it will be Kent Johnson, who is as athletic as you're going to see in the NHL. And Columbus pinballs this puck off the boards and get a leaky goal and have tied the hockey game at 2. Yeah, this is put in, I think Lawson Krause kicks this in. No, that's not Lawson Krause. Deschamps kicks this in, and it will be Kent Johnson's goal. And it has tied this game at 2. Another turnover by the club, and suddenly they entered the period 1-0. Early it was 2-0. Now it is 2-2. And finally a stoppage of play and offside on Nick Schmaltz. And we go to break. 8:05 to go in the game. Columbus has tied it at 2. What was that? I thought I heard something. We'll go to the St. Louis game while we wait to break. St. Louis, Colorado. If you have any questions, just talk to me. They are on a break as well. How much time is left in that game? About 9:40. So about a minute difference. 4-0 Avs there. And they're still at half in San Francisco. 62-51 Suns. And that's pretty much it. Talk about. And we are back quickly. That was a quick one. But again, we are ready to go. In Salt Lake City, tie game, 2-2. Schmaltz off the faceoff. Now, if Columbus loses in this game, but it doesn't end in regulation, because they would jump to 58 points, the Red Wings would not be able to go into the final wild card spot. I believe the Bruins would, however. I'll take a quick look to let you know if that is possible. What the heck? I just... Oh. I have to... Yeah, give me a second. Check that out. But anyway, Marino slipped off at the red line. And crossed in again. Let's go, Utah. The chant by the club faithful. The club members. We call them that. And another turnover by Columbus. There's a sharp shot save made. Turnaround chance off the corner. And a chance for Sergachev, and that shot is swallowed up. Mikhail tried to blast it from the point. And they're going to go to another break because they were gapped out of breaks. So they'll have another chance for another break. And we will go to the break. It is 2-2. By the way, in Denver, Colorado moving in on the power play. So we're at break. We'll go to that one. McKinnon right hash. McKinnon a shot. And that was stopped by Hoffer. And the Blues clear the zone. About 7:50 to go in the third there. There's Taves behind the line and behind the goal. Taves dropped it off. And Colorado spurts in. A feed and a turnover. And St. Louis again clears the zone and spits it back into Colorado's end. Girard with it. Blues have killed off the penalty. Here's Casey Middlestat. Casey flying the line. Middlestat drops it off, and there's a high shot save. Hoffer. It is blocked, and St. Louis skies it up the center. I might. I don't really like to use Discord because of, And I know, but I don't really want to use that site. Maybe I'll use something else. I don't know. But if you have any comments you want to talk about, we could talk here. Anything you want to talk about right now? We're on break, so we're doing the Colorado-St. Louis game, a little bit of it, which will finish at the end of this game if that game's still going on. We're back to Salt Lake City, though, so wait for that. 6:51 in Salt Lake City, and they have just past 6:50 mark in Denver. So now the Denver game has less time on it, although Hoffer just made a huge stop with 6:44 to go in the third. They are getting pummeled in shots, the Blues. But here we go. Win the draw. There's a point shot, deflection, save made. It comes right off the boards. And Columbus skates it on the backhand out to center. Chipped off that far end. We're onside, and it is back out. Lampooning it to that far corner. Crossed it aside, and Columbus brings it back off the red line. And by the way, Colorado has just scored. It is 5-0 Avalanche. You talk about burying a team. They are putting the shovel in the dirt. 5:59 to go in the third here. This is a much different score. It is still 2-2. Let's see if that game is out of the half in San Francisco. It is not. And that puck goes over the glass. Oh, okay. If you want to type anything here, talk about hockey, talk about any sports, let me know. 5:54 to go in the third. We are tied at 2. 3 games going on today. These 2 hockey games and that NBA game in California. Puck towards the net, Vimielka stops it with the glove. And another face-off coming up. And they're going to go to break. 5:51 to go in the third. Still 2-2. And they're going to take as many stoppages as possible. So back to St. Louis, Denver, where it's a much different score. St. Louis settles it back in.
After this red cloud at the end, have been everywhere to get a 5-0 lead. Give you gear? Yep.
I got it with all the money I saved with Navy Federal Credit Union. They really take care of me. Can't imagine what I'd do without them.
They're at break as well in Denver.
Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Let's welcome that friend, shall we?
Wow. More into wow.
I don't know what's going on here. Nothing to talk about. Still at the half in San Fran. Waiting. But we are ready to go here in Salt Lake City. And I think a lot of people are getting ready for a fever pitch finish here. As Columbus has had 2 leaky goals. That is why they have tied this game at 2. And this puck is tied up off the far corner, and it swings its way in back off the zone. Puck off the red line, and Alex is taken down. They're not calling a penalty. He was tripped, but they didn't call a penalty. John slinks it in off the hash mark. Here's Marchenko shooting it in off Vimielka. Backhanded in Fantilli. Fantilli off the corner. Fantilli turnaround shot, and that one was blocked. This puck storms itself. Will hold it back in. Turns. Shoots. Save made. Blocked again, and Columbus sends it out to center. Now under 5 minutes to go in the third. Kesselrink with it. Josh Doan goes off for a change. He might be on the ice in the final minute. We'll see if they decide to do that. About a minute more in that game in Denver. It's sticked aside. Columbus's goaltender comes right off the blocker. Will backhand it in. Tarasov sends it all the way down, and the goaltender actually ices the puck. Will have the puck in front of him now. Michelli will stand in for the club. 4:24 to go in the third. That one tipped off the boards, and it goes all the way down. It will be icing again, and it is against Columbus. 4:17 to go in the third. So they have tired guys on the ice that have to stay on the ice because they keep icing the puck. 4:17 to go in the third. 2-2 our score. We are watching also in Denver, and it is a much different story. Colorado barnstorming to a massive win over the Blues, up 5-0. Centering pass, Nick Schmaltz on the backhand. Doesn't do much, though, this win, though, because of Dallas's big win. They were leading by 5 points. They lead now by 7, and they will lead by 5 again if Colorado finishes up this behemoth effort over the Blues. McBain, a shot backhander off the stick, and it is settled off the red line. And Columbus tries to chip it in. Johnson is offside. 3:37 to go in the game. So we will have to see what's happening. This game's got to be out of the half now. It is, finally. They have entered the second half in San Francisco. 69-55 Suns. So Suns are starting to roll now. There's Burcone. He'll bank it off the boards. Goal drops at McBain, shooting into the zone. Good hit on the far end. They'll battle away with the puck, or away from the puck. Kesselrink a shot, and it's held by Tassaroff with 3:16 to go in the third. And now this game has the least amount of time left because Colorado has had the puck for at least a minute in their own zone. Just glancing it through, and there's only 2:44 left in the game. And it is all Avalanche, everything but the shouting. They just stopped the play because of an icing call. Face-off won by the club, bringing it in right off the far corner. Now here comes Columbus. They'll chip it along the wall and send it back down the boards. Backhand fed behind the net. And here's Werenski, 2:30 to go in the third. 2-2 still, our score. Puck fed in. And now because of the stoppage in the Colorado game, both these games have the same amount of time left, although there is a tie game here and a blowout in the other. Marino fed one back ahead. Columbus rattles it off the corner. Under 2 minutes to go. 2-2. Remember, Clayton delays the line. Drop pass. And a man comes onside. It's Lawson, and Clayton's going to the bench. And Clayton knows that he'll have some other time left in the regulation to come back on the ice. And maybe, well, if there's overtime, he's certainly going to have most, if not all, of overtime to play on the ice. Let me know, Trent, if you're still here, if you want to talk, whatever. There's Ashton Reese trying to dig away the puck. Olivier as well. 1:20 to go in the third. Olivier's taking some jabs at Ian Cole. And Ian's going at Olivier. They're still digging at the puck. Ashton Reese just got hit by Ian. And remember, Zach, Ashton Reese, and Ian played together with the Pittsburgh Penguins. Won a Stanley Cup about 8 years ago, and it feels like a lifetime ago. Here's Werenski, skates up at the red line. Left hash, Werenski shoots, paddled away by Vimielka. Less than a minute to go. McBain there. Freed one right off the glass. They're under 40 seconds left in this game. Well, 41 seconds left in this game. Icing coming up. I think it's against us. And 30 seconds left in Denver in a game that is all but over. They're just trying to wait and see if it's going to be a shutout. That's the only thing they're waiting for. So we talked about doing that game and ending that game after this. Well, that's not going to be the case. 30 seconds to go in the third. Columbus throws the puck off the boards. It chips its way off the wall, and it'll be an icing. With 27 seconds left in the third, and it's an icing on Columbus. So maybe we call a timeout. We'll have an offensive zone face-off in front of their net. 27 seconds left. By the way, it is final in Denver. 5-0. Colorado. They win and shut out St. Louis in a major way. Kerfoot lost the draw, and It held it for a little bit. Columbus shoots it back in. 20 seconds left in the third. A bad turnover, but Columbus doesn't have a stick. You know what? That could have had a good chance on being a late goal for Columbus if he had his stick, but he didn't. He lost his stick, and he couldn't kick it in the net. The net was open, at least for a smidge of a time, and now we're going to overtime. Oh, my. Columbus, if he had had a stick, he would have had a tremendous chance to win the game. But instead, we've got overtime in Salt Lake City. So Columbus will get a point. And by the way, Boston with the 26th win, yes. The Bruins would go to the first wild card spot if the club do win at some point. But a loss keeps Columbus in a playoff spot. And not only does it keep them in a playoff spot, but it puts them only 6 points behind the Devils. It's not that far for third in the Metropolitan. Actually, a win would... A win for Columbus would put them only 5 points back of third place and give them a 6-point edge on the Islanders. And then that loss for us, we would stay 7 points back, but we'd go within 5 points of a playoff spot with a win. And we have overtime. Here we go to start overtime. By the way, still Suns leading right now in that one. But here we go. Kevin Stenlin, Mikhail, and Clayton are going to take the ice first. Clayton looks like it's going to be Kevin to take the draw. Kevin wins it, hands it off to Mikhail. Mikhail, 4:50 to go in overtime. If we don't have a winner in overtime, we'll go to a shootout. Here's Clayton along the red line. This is the final hockey game of the month of January in 2025. In fact, on the East Coast, we are only about 23 minutes away from the month of February starting. Here's Clayton off the blue line. Clayton drop past Nick Schmaltz. Nick a drive. Save made by Tarasov with Clayton in front, and we will stay with the puck in the offensive zone. But a nice play by Clayton, and Nick tried to jam in by Tarasov, and that Nick could have banged it in, scored the overtime winner, would have been his second of the night. Kevin wins the faceoff. It's back to Mikhail. Kevin will go to the bench. And so does Clayton. Here's Doan. Doan drop past Nick. Over to Barrett. Barrett Hayton. Doan. Back to Barrett. Barrett looking Doan's way. Barrett. Josh goes to the net. Barrett lost the puck, and here's Columbus. Columbus has a 2-on-0 in overtime. Back to Werenski. Fed one back to score. Werenski and Columbus wins. Columbus wins it in overtime. They beat Vegas last night. They were down 1-0. They beat the club with 3 unanswered goals in the third period, 2 in the third period, and 1 in overtime. A 2-on-0 potted home by Zach Werenski, the longest tenured Blue Jacket, and Columbus will stay in the final spot in the Eastern Conference. Doesn't matter what the Red Wings and Boston do. They have turned it around, and a brutal loss for the club. Leading 2-0 with a minute in to the third. And the final is Columbus 3 and the club 2. Good night, everybody. Happy hockey, everybody.